My name is Ginny Bootman. I'm a special needs coordinator and I'm a primary school class teacher. And my specialism is with regards to special needs children. And I want to talk to you about the role that trust has with regard to special needs children. So when we're looking at trust, we are looking at something which I see as very fragile, very intricate, and it takes a lot of time to build. So that's why I have the analogy of a spider's web. When we're looking at trust, I look at it in three parts. I see that trust has to be built on reliability. We have to be reliable to the individual child. We have to be honest, and we have to listen to them. And there is a quote that I want to give to you, which I think really does epitomize when I'm talking about the trust that we get between us and these young people. And this is how it goes. Everyone wants to be trusted, but only few people are willing to put in the work to show themselves trustworthy. That's really, really important. When we are talking about young people trusting us, we've got to be in for the long haul. There is no quick fix. It is a day-on-day system, way of working that the children become used to, and they become used to us as individuals. So the first aspect I'm going to look at is being reliable. And it really, really is so important because we need to basically do what we say we're going to do. Children are very much like elephants. They never forget. Can you imagine that child in your class and you've said, oh, we're going to do something this afternoon or tomorrow, and then things change and you decide that actually we're not going to, but you said you were going to do that. And you have that feeling, gosh, I did say I was going to do that. If we say that we are going to do something and we don't, that child feels let down. And actually we're trying to build this pathway of trust so that they do trust us. So they've got to see that we are reliable. So we do need to think about what we are saying we will do so that we can see things through. Otherwise, there's already an element of trust has been lost. We are also having to think about, we've got to be honest with children. This has taken me quite a long time to hone because I think previously I was too kind to children. And so it really muddied the water very much. There were grey areas whereby I would give them the benefit of the doubt if they did something. The 3 strikes and you're out became kind of 5 strikes. And I thought I was helping them, but actually I was confusing them. So by being honest and making them very, very aware of the school rules, the rules within the classroom, and those boundaries, obviously pertinent to that child and their needs, we are actually helping them achieve, and we are just narrowing things down enough so that they know where they stand. And that does work because we are being consistent and we're being honest. So nothing is new to them because it's a system that we are using day on day. Once again, it's this consistency. We are doing this day by day. The other part of being honest is we have to say to them, if you choose to break this rule or to push this boundary, this is the consequence. And we have to be very clear with them that there is a consequence. And once again, that's hard. It's hard. It's easier not to take them on. I've had examples where I've had to have really, really difficult conversations with children that I've worried might break their trust in me, but actually it hasn't. It's strengthened our trust because we've already got those foundations, that pathway, we're going along that pathway of building up trust. And it's very much a two-way thing that we're doing. The third one, and in some ways the most important one, is about listening. Incidents happen. We talk to the children. Where do we talk to them? It might be in the corridor. I often am found sitting on the floor in the corridor with a child sat next to me. Interestingly, having a child sitting next to you is less confrontation than having them opposite you. So we need to go somewhere where it is a calm environment, and then we need to think about the words that we're going to say to them and really, really think. And I always say, when there's an incident, we need to stop, we need to think, then we need to think again, because that gives us time to process and not have a knee-jerk reaction. We're busy people. If we're not careful, an incident can happen and we can deal with it quickly, whereas actually, wait a little bit of time, talk to the child a little bit later when everyone's calm, and then the trust remains there. We need to keep the web of trust intact, and it takes time. It takes time and it takes effort to build the web of trust. Trust takes years to build, seconds to break, and then forever to repair. Let's be reliable, honest, and listen to our children. Let's build up that trust. # follow the empathy.